Hi everyone, welcome back to East Right with Ebubukusia. Today we will be continuing from where we ended with Mr. Ofe. But before we start, I would want Mr. Ofe to let us know the difference between a physiotherapist and a gym instructor.
Well, there's a huge difference. Let me start from the gym instructor. You know, a gym instructor, as the name implies, we normally see them at the gym, and a gym instructor is not one who, if you like, instructs people or teach people to do exercise in the gym necessarily. He's well trained, so the person should have done some courses or the person should be licensed because in our community we have people who decide to be gym instructors because the gym is available and probably they know how to use their machines or they are muscular and they can command people to do exercise, but that's not it. If you want to exercise to be well monitored or regulated, I think you need to ask questions. If you go to see a gym instructor, you could ask, like, how do you become a gym instructor? Where were you trained? Well, not necessarily that the person has gone to school or something, but at least a certificate, a license, something that shows that person has really studied. It's very important because it's about your life. Yeah, so gym instructor, that is it. And physiotherapist. Okay, so physiotherapist, is very broad,
Okay.
but to make it simple, physio we look at persons who are impaired, um, who have functional limitations, who are disabled, and we help them to recover. It might not be fully recovery, but at least near normal. It
Okay.
is very huge because the kind of patients that we deal with runs from patients with cardio issues, brain issues like stroke, um, musculoskeletal issues like spondylosis, back pain, joint pain, osteoarthritis, and the likes. So we mostly see patients, and also we also give health like how I'm doing now,
Yeah.
to teach people so that they don't experience what the patient experience. So basically that's the difference. So with the physiotherapist, he's a professional trained, and in Ghana and some other aspects of the world, you do your 4 year, 5 years, 6 years degree courses, and you write your exams, your licensure exams, and you qualify to be a physiotherapist. Physiotherapists can be found in sports. We have sports physiotherapists. I'm sure if you watched NBA football, you see physiotherapists training their patients, and that's my line of work actually. In hospitals, in offices, ergonomics, we teach people how to sit well, work well, so that they get their comfort. In hospitals, you have physios who are specializing in women's health, like obs and gynae,
Yeah.
children, the pedics, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Hmm. I would want to ask what a lot of people would want to know. A lot of people would go to the gym, or let's say decide to engage in physical activities to get a particular goal. So let's say to reduce their weight or to gain weight. How should they go about it? Because it looks like most of them just decide to do it. How is the combination, the connection, the nutrition aspect to it? Where can they find such help?
Hmm. So I would recommend that the very first person one has to reach out to is a dietitian, and I believe every hospital or clinic has a dietitian.
Yeah, so let's say dietitian and nutritionist.
A dietitian and nutritionist, yes, exactly. So you can walk into a hospital and ask for the dietitian. You can book I hear in most hospitals you book an appointment
Yes.
to see the dietitian. See, the dietitian has opened his or her arm to receive anyone who comes, just like the psychologist.
Yes.
And they are the best, or say the best and the first persons to help you. Number two is, so long as exercise is come into it, exercise has become part of it, then you look at a physiotherapist or a sports or exercise therapist. Depending on the country the person finds himself. In America, there is sport therapists, exercise therapists, or sports physiotherapists. In the UK too, we have sports therapists. In Africa, it's mostly physiotherapists or sports physiotherapists. Then you see them. And then the third persons, or in tandem with the physiotherapist, the gym instructor, like I said, a qualified gym instructor.
Yes.
Exactly. Then I believe this multidisciplinary team can help you achieve your goal, because you cannot just wake up and then go to the gym and do what you want.
Yes. Okay, so the next thing I would want us to touch on will be foods and ingredients supporting muscle repair and then growth.
Great. So let me just touch on this briefly.
Okay.
With exercise. Before I bring this one. So earlier on the previous episode, I made mention of individuality, as in the person, and then his own body composition, his own health, how the shall I say the threshold or the threshold of his heart health and all come to place. There's something we call progressive overload, where when the person is exercising, after some time, the person is supposed to increase the intensity of the exercise.
Yes.
And then there is a specific goal. If it is weight loss, you are doing weight loss. You cannot do weight loss and you go and be gymming. Doing arm lifting. If it is about flexibility, you are doing stretching. You are not going to do swimming.
Yeah.
There's also what we call the reversibility. Once you are embarking on the journey to do exercise, you can't stop. You should not stop.
Ideally.
Because when you stop, you go back to how it was before.
Or sometimes worse.
Or even worse, exactly. So this all come into place. So whilst you are exercising, you are using your muscles. Your muscles, they need food. And the food the muscles get is from the blood, oxygen and nutrients from the blood, which the blood is being pumped by the heart. So the more you exercise, the more you put stress on the heart to pump more blood. And the more the heart is pumping the blood, there needs to be a return.
Yes.
Exactly. So nutrients must be replaced, oxygen must be replaced. As a matter of fact, there is also going to be the muscles working out, they will get tired. Sometimes if it's overworked, people get muscle fatigue or muscle soreness, and after some time they heal and all that. So there are food nutrients that one eats, it helps with the repair of muscle, mostly protein foods. And with protein foods, we are looking at most research, advise protein shakes like whey, and whey is more mostly recommended, and lean meat, protein, and all that to help with the repair. Like I said, you cannot take more than the proportion. The standard they give is 20 grams per 1 kilogram of body weight. That's what the standard gives. And then finally, number two, we're also looking at your muscles or your body getting energy to do the exercise for the future sessions. And this is where carbohydrates also come into place. So food that are rich in carbohydrates, you take them. And also the standard they give is 50 grams per 1 kilogram of body weight. So carbohydrate, protein. Of course, you cannot overlook fatty acids, omega-3. You cannot forget that one, because that one, examples are like the sardine, salmons, the tuna, because they contain this, fatty acids which help produce the antioxidants that fight against the reactive oxygen species that I spoke about, those that cause the muscle soreness. So when you have a lot of these nutrients, these molecules in your system, they counteract the muscle soreness process. And the vitamin C's, the vitamin E's, etc., vitamins which are very important, which you get them from the fruits. Yes. And hydration, I'm sure.
Yes, we will touch on the hydration. But I would want to draw the audience attention to the fact that you can't be going to the gym or doing physical activities and eating junk. Try to take natural foods, less processed food, for you to get the effects that you would want to see. Or else it will be like you are just going there to
have fun. It's actually have fun.
Okay, I see that most times people come and take content, post on their Snap, their TikTok. Yeah, but then why would you subscribe to go to a gym and then?
Yeah, and also to add to what you just said, junk food, and you see, research also says that some of the, for example, the protein shakes that we take, some they recommend that it's better you take the ones that are natural, because some of them they add sweetness, and then some additives. So they recommend it's not just the protein shake, but any other product that you are taking. You see sportsmen, for example, footballers, they go on break. Not at the halftime, they have short breaks that they go, they drink water, and they take in electrolytes and all that. Those are specifically sieved from some natural products and are added to the water for them to take. They are not additives. So when you are taking any food nutrient, whether water, liquid, fruity shake, fruit juice, whatever, make sure there's no additives, or the additive very, very low.
Very, very low. Okay, I would want us to touch on hydration. Yes. So I would want us to touch on the hydration strategies for optimal recovery. Yes. So it could be before, during, and then after. The normal hydration strategy.
Okay, so hydration, also everyone and his or her own system to begin with. Someone can take 10 bottles of water a day. Let's say a bottle of 500 milliliters a day. 10. Someone system allows him to take only 5 a day, everyone. But there's always a standard. Okay. One of the things that we tell people when they are exercising is, when your body needs the water, you take it. Okay. For example, when you are exercising, during exercising, and then you are done, from 0 to 30 minutes, you can take a bottle of water. They give the measurement of 500 milliliters to 750 milliliters of water after exercising. That's what, within the first 30 minutes post-exercise.
But during exercising?
So during the exercising, if you are taking a break, then you take a break and you drink the water.
So is it a sip? Or
it should be more than a sip. You can drink it to your satisfaction, but it shouldn't be too much, because sometimes when you overdrink, it actually impedes the flow when you are continuing. So they have something they call overhydration, which is not allowed in exercise. Whether during exercise or after exercise or off exercise, that's in the daily activity when you are not exercising, overhydration is not allowed because it can disturb. Why? Because your body has potassium, calcium, magnesium in your system. These are electrolytes that helps regulate water coming in and going out and all that. So when the water is too much, it makes the electrolyte, the concentration become low, and that will not produce the effect. Do you understand? And there's underhydration, that is taking little water, which is also bad. Because underhydration will actually put stress on your kidney. So one example is, for example, if you are listening to me and let's say you go to the washroom to ease yourself and you realize that the color of your urine is dark yellow, it means that you are not taking much water, so you have to look at it.
Or it could be that probably you're on some medication. You might be taking enough water, but then you're on the medication. So the issue will come when you are not on any medication and you are seeing that.
When you are not on any medication and then you are seeing that, then you need to check it because your body needs water. The water actually is part of the recovery process. It's very, very important. So during exercise, you're allowed to take water, yes, but not too much. Ali, not a sip though. It could be a sip. If you're a sip, you're cool, but should be moderate enough that you can continue. Like the footballers, they can go take a bottle of that, they'll continue. But let's say you're going to take like a gallon, maybe 5 liters gallon of
5
water.
liters.
I'm just giving an example. I'm exaggerating, but it will not help. You realize your tummy, you are bloating, you are running, but you are panting. That's overhydration, and that is not. But after exercise, you need to take a bottle of water.
Sure. Thank you very much for drawing light to these things, and I believe there will be other times that you'll be invited to give us more insights on other topics.
Sure, I'm always available.
So viewers, you heard Mr. Faye. Hydration is very key. However, it needs to be done well. There are right strategies to do it. So this is where we would end this episode. Hope to see you in the next. My name is Ebjo Kosia. Bye.